abandoned buildings on Wingley Street from the 1950s, they stand tall. A glimpse of history, a story for all. Wingley Street, feel the heat, look at that view, it's so sweet. Historic charm shining through Wingley Street, I'll get it true. Once slated for change, but the people spoke, preserving the heritage, a dream they awoke. Film fame brought life to these old walls. Now tourists and locals answer the call. Wingley Street, feel the heat, look at that view, it's so sweet. Historic charm shining through Wingley Street, I'll get it true. Walk down the lane, feel the stories unfold. In every brick and beam, memories hold. A quiet retreat from the city's fast pace. Wingley Street, a timeless place. Wingley Street, feel the heat, look at that view, it's so sweet. Historic charm shining through Wingley Street, I'll get it true. When signs sing silence and city gear, a scent shines from love and forever again. I can't wait, feel like a sun shine, with a down some blizzard like a dying inside. Wingley Street, feel the heat, look at that view, it's so sweet. Historic charm shining through Wingley Street, I'll get it true.
Wingley Street. So I am definitely going to put this one to music. I'm not even going to explain it. I'll put it on the map so you can see exactly where we are. Then I'm just going to put it all to music, to Hong Kong music, and show you Wingley Street in Hong Kong. Okay, I'm going to do a walk and talk, but two things before I do. Number one is I'm going to put it up on the map so you know exactly where we are. Number two, I'm going to put the lyrics up so you can hear exactly what the song was about. And then I'm going to be talking about the song and about the history of this street and the walk and talk, where I'm going to narrate over the video. And you're going to learn a little bit new about Wingley Street, as well as visually be able to see it. So, okay, let's get into that. Hong Kong.
Wingley Street. Okay, let me add a little bit of narration. Those yellow buildings, those are the tenement houses. So I'll just kind of give you a brief background. I explored this on my own. That one's kind of looking downhill towards the ocean direction. And then we're going to start looking up into the mountains behind me. And there's this really beautiful mural that we're going to see. So I'm going to follow that along. Okay, I'm going to give you some background about a movie that was filmed in here, and also about the history of this particular street that we're going to be walking down. And I think this right here is kind of a visual representation of the tenements that were here. And they began in the 1950s, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of those are actually movie references, but I'm not 100% sure because I haven't seen the movie, but I'll talk about that too. But this particular street was built in the 1950s, and there was a time period where they were thinking about tearing down these tenement houses, the housing that we're going to be walking by. So, and they were actually saved, and there was a movie in the 1960s, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I think that some of these visuals could be. I never saw the movie, so I don't know, but I'll tell you about it. But anyways, these stairs keep going up, and then I believe it's Kane Road that's right up at the top of here, and Wingley Road is the one where we can see the street sign, and that's the one we're going to be walking down shortly. Okay, so let me talk about the movie called Echoes of the Rainbow. So that was actually filmed in 2010, and the director's name was Alex Law. So the film star was Simon Yam, Sandra and Arif Lee. Sorry for my mispronunciations. So it tells the story of a working class family in the 1960s Hong Kong. So remember, this was built in 1950s. And so that's why I kind of think that, there's the bird cages right there. So I think that this might be maybe a capture of 1960s Hong Kong. And but anyways, this movie from 2010 focused on 1960s. And in this particular film, the eldest son, Desmond, he becomes ill with leukemia. And the story is seen through the eyes of Desmond's younger brother, Chunyi. Oh, check this out. Little library right there. I really like how they have community in Hong Kong, and just have these little outdoor spaces as well. So this movie won a lot of awards. So actually it won it was all shot on Wingley Street, which is the one we're going to be walking down in a moment. It won the Crystal Bear for the best film in the Children's Jury Generation K+ category at the 2010 Berlin Film Festival. So that was kind of its claim to fame, and it was basically based on that story of this neighborhood right here. So we're gonna come down, and I'm gonna kind of get away from the movie a little bit, but I kind of trying to imagine this 1950s, 1960s. It's kind of a nice, safe environment, and we're gonna walk all the way down, and you can see kind of outdoor space for kids. Even though it's on a mountain, there is like a little bit of space for kids that I can see them playing. And so when they had the painting up the stairs, I could kind of visualize, that a lot of community might have been out here, especially at that time period, before video games and before TV and things like that. So right now we're looking towards Central in the background, all those tall buildings back there. And then these ones would be the ones that would be the next street down, which is kind of interesting because this whole space is, I think it's part of the mid-levels where there's kind of terraces that go up the mountain, and then you take the stairs, and that can climb up the stairs, or you can go around to the mid-levels where now there's an elevator. So pretty cool stuff out here, though. I like how they still beautify things in Hong Kong. And I also like how there's, tables, chairs, benches outside. So let's just kind of look and see what we got here. That's kind of cool too, that those big massive windows, it's kind of represents some of the safety as well. Like, you have this community that's a little bit, there's only two ways to go in from the stairs, so there's a nice safety element to it. And I like how they paint everything yellow as well. Okay, so I'm actually narrating this after the fact, but usually I walk and talk, or I'll film it right live. And this particular one, I have a little bit of audio problems. So there's the Wingley Street sign, and it points back the other way. So I think that the tenements is specifically that, but we're going to keep exploring more because I kind of always am curious. I like how there's some artwork, and then so right here we come into a park. Some nice little views. Wingley Street Rest Garden. So a good place to stretch and rest and do a little exercise. And some nice park benches too. And when I was up here, there was a nice breeze. So it's kind of interesting, kind of looking up the hills as well, and then just the terraces. I really think Hong Kong is, I know people that know Hong Kong know that that's like that. There's me. So I was going to play around and make some shots. So I wanted to kind of capture a little bit of a cinematography element to it. And then I was thinking of cutting it up and just making all music, which is what I did at the beginning. And then I decided I'm just going to narrate over it and kind of give you this feeling. But that feeling right there, you know, like just nice breeze, it's quiet space. You're in Hong Kong, but you're like removed at the same time. It's quite amazing. And actually, this is my effort just to kind of make some videography. I was thinking of maybe playing around and editing in a certain way. But yeah, I'm going to just kind of capture it as is, because this is kind of the feeling I wanted to capture about this place anyways, is just that feeling of just being able to sit back and just unwind, relax. You know, there's no cars coming through or anything like that. Hardly even people, really. So I'm going to grab my bag, and we're going to take the camera and go on down. And it's also kind of interesting too. So on the one step, the other stairs, when we came in, there's a certain feeling there, which was like we had a little bookshop and the art mural. And then on the other side, there's a that's kind of cool. Yeah, you're kind of surrounded by tall buildings everywhere in Hong Kong, which I like. I kind of, something about it, I just really, really like it a lot. That's a dog. I think that's a dog. Yeah. There's something with a dog in here because, let me see. Well, anyways. So yeah, so those are the tenement buildings, and then we have the park that's kind of parallel, and I think I've actually walked out of our street, but I'm going to go all the way down to the stairs on the other side, and then we're going to see people going up and down that too, which is kind of interesting, you know, just the fact that this even exists, and little more apartments up that way as well. I think it's all Cane Road. Looking back to where we came from, swing the camera around. Let's see what I'm going to do. So yeah, I was kind of thinking about trying to film. Yep, here we come. So if I wanted to edit it more, I would have swung that and put that up in the front. But actually, I just kind of want to keep it as it is and just narrate over it. Oh yeah, I'm going to explore a little bit around here. So I saw this little thing and I was like, what the heck is that? There's a string that goes all the way up to. So what is that? Maybe if a viewer knows, let me know. I'm a little bit curious. And you know, I could be editing this video more, but sometimes I kind of like just this exactly, because this is a full-on experience as if you were actually there yourself. So if I just give you snippets of it, you don't really get a full view. You know, if you only watched the video at the beginning, you wouldn't really understand what it's like to actually walk down this way. And I was pretty impressed, you know, just especially all the, like, just feels like welcoming as well. Plus you have the breezes. Okay, so we're going to go to those steps, but I'm going to stop along the way because I'm going to get kind of interested in something, and then I'm going to try to do something that you'll see in a minute. But you see that design right there? That little, looks like a person's body that's kind of like all mangled up and spread out all over the place, and then the eye, right? So I for some reason I thought I was going to try to mimic it, and like, okay, how can I shape my body like that? So it's like, so okay, you got to put the arm like that. I don't know how you're going to do this. And so I'm just kind of having fun with it. And I was thinking, if I could try to copy that in some way, that might be interesting as well, to like edit it and film it in some, you know, make something out of it. But as you can see, it was kind of hard to do. And actually, all of it is just spontaneous anyways. You know, I'm just kind of coming across it at the moment. So it's not like it's not like a plan that I had. So now we're coming up to the stairs, and then, yeah, you can see people coming up and down the stairs. And I think there's another book drop. Yeah, I like this right here. Like, you're right there, and you're kind of looking down on everybody, and it's actually a little bit high. So let's kind of come back. Let's go back in and go back down. And we're going to come to an ending very quickly within about 30 seconds. There's somebody down there. So anyways, so that gives you the full-on experience of the entire street. So hope you kind of like that. And another little slice of Hong Kong for you. So and I got lots more that I'll be uploading as well. So stay tuned. And yep, that's our street, Wingley Street. All right. Hope you liked it. Like and subscribe.
24. We're in Hong Kong. Come on this way.
Walking Hong Kong streets, double-deck trams going by, crowded streets of people. I love this town.